Long before modern cities and long before global empires, there was Egypt. It was a civilization so advanced that its monuments still stand, thousands of years later, as a testament to its power. In this video, we'll explore the incredible rise of ancient Egypt, the pharaohs, the pyramids, and how travelers today can experience the legacy of one of history's greatest civilizations. It all began over 5,000 years ago along the life-giving Nile River. Surrounded by vast, unforgiving desert, the Nile was the heart of Egypt, making life possible. Each year, its predictable floods deposited rich, fertile soil along its banks, allowing agriculture to flourish and permanent settlements to grow. Over time, small villages transformed into bustling cities. By around 3100 BCE, Upper and Lower Egypt unified under its very first pharaoh, marking the beginning of one of the longest-lasting and most influential civilizations in human history. Even today, the Nile flows through Egypt's major cities, and you'll find that many of the most famous historical sites remain built right along its banks, just as they were millennia ago. At the top of this society were the pharaohs, who ruled as both kings and gods on earth. They were absolute rulers, commanding powerful armies, controlling religious life, and commissioning massive building projects designed to secure their place in eternity. Legendary rulers like Khufu and Ramses II left behind awe-inspiring temples, colossal statues, and grand monuments that travelers can still visit today. What's truly astonishing is how remarkably preserved many of these structures are, despite their immense age. Standing before them, you can almost feel the power these rulers once held. And of course, no symbol defines ancient Egypt more than the Great Pyramids of Giza, built over 4,500 years ago as a royal tomb for the pharaoh Khufu. The Great Pyramid stood as the tallest man-made structure on Earth for nearly 4 millennia. To this day, engineers and historians still debate exactly how its massive stone blocks, some weighing several tons, were transported and assembled with such incredible precision. And standing guard nearby is the enigmatic Sphinx, a mythical creature with the body of a lion and the head of a human, believed to protect the sacred pyramids. Here's a travel tip. The Giza Plateau is located just outside of Cairo, making it one of the most accessible ancient wonders in the world. For the most dramatic views and cooler temperatures, try to visit at sunrise or sunset. The light at that time is just magical. Religion shaped every single aspect of Egyptian life. The Egyptians worshipped a complex pantheon of gods, who represented everything from the sun and the underworld to the forces of nature. Crucially, they believed that death was not an end, but merely the beginning of a long and perilous journey into the afterlife. This belief system led to the practice of mummification, a sophisticated process to preserve the body for the soul's return. They also constructed elaborate burial tombs filled with treasures, food, and offerings to sustain the deceased in the next world. Many of the stunning artifacts recovered from these burials are now displayed in museums across Egypt, giving us a fascinating glimpse into their ancient beliefs about eternity. As pyramid construction began to decline, the pharaohs sought a more secure and hidden place for their eternal rest. They found it in the Valley of the Kings. Located near modern-day Luxor, this royal burial ground is a network of dozens of elaborately decorated tombs carved deep into the desert rock. The most famous discovery here, of course, was the tomb of the boy king Tutankhamun, which was found almost completely intact in 1922 by Howard Carter. A little travel tip for you. Many of the tomb interiors are open to visitors, but be aware that photography is often restricted inside to help preserve the incredibly detailed and fragile artwork that covers the walls. Beyond tombs, Egypt's temples were built on a scale that is hard to comprehend. These were not just places of worship. They were sprawling complexes designed to honor the gods and showcase the pharaoh's immense power. One of the largest religious buildings ever constructed is the Karnak temple complex. Walking through its great hypostyle hall surrounded by massive, towering columns covered in hieroglyphic inscriptions is an experience that's hard to put into words. These walls tell epic stories of military conquests, sacred rituals, and divine ceremonies. Sites like Karnak and the nearby Luxor Temple remain some of the most visually overwhelming and impressive historical locations you can visit anywhere in the world. Here's a tip. Consider getting a guided tours. A good guide can bring the carvings and symbols to life, giving you historical context that makes the experience far more meaningful. But despite its incredible strength and longevity, ancient Egypt eventually entered a period of decline. A combination of factors, including repeated foreign invasions, internal power struggles, and shifts in regional trade routes, gradually weakened the empire. Over centuries, Egypt was conquered by the Persians, then the Greeks under Alexander the Great, and finally, the Romans. Each of these conquering powers left their own cultural influences behind, creating a unique blend of styles and traditions. By the end of Roman rule, the age of the pharaohs, which had lasted for 3,000 years, had finally come to an end. Today, Modern Egypt is a vibrant country where ancient history meets contemporary life in the most fascinating ways. In a city like Cairo, daily life unfolds in the shadow of monuments that are older than most other civilizations on Earth. The Nile River, the ancient source of life, continues to sustain agriculture and serve as a vital transportation route, just as it did thousands of years ago. It's a place where you can feel the immense weight of history on one street and the bustling energy of the 21st century on the next. And a final travel tip. The best time to visit Egypt is typically between October and April. During these months, the temperatures are much more manageable for exploring the many outdoor historical sites. Egypt is so much more than just a country. It's one of the foundational pillars of civilization as we know it. From the mind-bending engineering of the pyramids to the divine authority of the pharaohs, its legacy continues to echo through our architecture, our beliefs, and our shared human history. For any traveler, it offers the rare and precious chance to walk through the pages of one of the world's oldest and most captivating stories. Where in the world should we explore next? Let me know your suggestions in the comments below. And don't forget to follow for more adventures through history. Thanks for watching.